I'm a real G on me, throw 6 figures on me. Got a pistol, you don't want it, but you know what it is. I'm way flyer, my pay's way higher. If they ever mention sire, but you know what it is. That drama, I don't want no problems. I love that llama, boy, you know what it is. I get money, all I got is big money. This is what she gets from me, boy, you know what it is.
Yo, CIP, let the little rap boys know how you do it.
The wait is over, here we go again, I'm back in the play. I'll sell another couple meal and take it back to the 8. Don't take that other couple meal and put it back in the safe. 5 cash for the crib on the back of the lake. I'm up in crucial 2-step.
You already know. Everybody.
See, I ain't in the street. Boy, that what they say. Go ahead and try when you see him, boy, you have to be great. With the tools to hit you in your face, your teeth to have to replace. That's if you like it, you trust me, it don't hurt me to take 100,000 to them Haitians, you be murdered today. I'm a real G.
What up? I started a little bit early. Give y'all some time to get people on. Get all the fellas on. Yeah. And you imagine, I guess. Share. I want y'all to share this with 10 people. Let's go. Team Hawaii. Hawaii, what's up? What's going on? Dana, what's up? Vibes. We're gonna get into it.
Why you take shots? Cause I move people. We have to party on your feet.
Went from the king of the south to the king of the states. Riding in a car you probably never seen in the States. No idea how much I can bring in the States. Hey, you can get 100 on for $1 million a day. Frank Lucas ain't the only one who made $1 million a day. But it's an American gangster right here in your face. And you don't want to see PSC on the scene with a K. You think you're running up and robbing, I ain't even the case.
Jamaica in the building. Hey, Miami in the building. Boston in the building. Rashonda in the building. Oh, that's how you feeling. I got Reggie in the building. Oh, y'all don't have bars, huh? Y'all ain't know? You got Bianca in the building. She just hit global. We got Beverly. All right, y'all. Let's get it. So look, Alexa, turn off Pandora. What's up, y'all? I missed y'all. I ain't talked to y'all since Tuesday, man. I'm excited. I just needed us to get to 200. Okay, good. We in there. So keep sharing, keep inviting. But listen, I'm excited today. Today was the first day I literally tuned in to every single live that took place today on 1000 Families. I'm so excited, man. I'm so proud of what we've created here in the 1000 Families organization. When this was brought to me in 2014, y'all, for real, like, I never would have imagined that we would be where we are right now. And it's so incredible because really, as I think back, there was really no signs that any of this would even work. It was no signs that anybody could make real money. There was no signs that, we would have a pack of tea that the world will go crazy over. See, it's one thing to be a pioneer of something, right? And it's another thing to be, positioned at the right place at the right time where the majority of the heavy lifting has already been done. And ladies and gentlemen, that is what is happening right now. For those of you guys that are viewing this information for the very first time, understand, if you don't get nothing else that I'm going to go over today, understand that you are at the right place at the right time. And so, before I get all the way into it, I want to say this. And I don't want to miss nobody, but I'm just going to say shout out to all the men that went before me today. I mean, literally, it was just so much talent, so many, new faces are emerging over the last 30 to 60 days. You got people, hitting positions that took a lot of us, 5 months to hit, 6 months to hit, a year to hit. And you have people right now coming on board and literally crushing income goals, crushing rank goals, crushing team goals. And why is that happening? Well, I'm going to talk to you about why that's happening more now than ever before. See, I'm just going to talk to you about 3 things. I'm not going to be repetitive because you heard from over 6 or 7 other phenomenal people that's really out there making it happen. They're getting it done. And so, I want to talk to you about 3 things that I believe, every man should really take serious. Every person. But today I'm here to talk to the men. Today I will sit on an assignment to talk to the men. And so I want you to understand, I am you are me, right? I got started, at a very young age. I was just this wide-eyed kid that was looking for a way to not be a product of my environment. See, I was a kid, 17, 18 years old on YouTube, looking around. I was going door to door. I was selling alarm systems. I was selling Kirby vacuums. I was in parking lots. I was selling candy. I was doing anything that I could, right, to make me some extra money. At the time, my mom had a clothing store, so I would be working in the clothing store trying to figure out how to understand how the cash register worked and how to sell products. So I would say this, although I've only been in direct sales in this industry, working from home for about 10 years now, I was really being groomed for this at a very, very young age. But I tell you this, just because I was being groomed for it, at the end of the day, when it's time to fight that battle, when it's time to deal with adversities, no matter how much your parents have trained you, no matter how many inspirational videos you didn't watch, at the end of the day, if you're not ready, you will get punched in the face. And so that's what happened to me, you guys. Like, I got started in the industry and I was excited. I was pumped up, right? I was, ignorance on fire. I was going nowhere fast. And it wasn't until I found a true mentor, right? A true person that said, you know what? I see the eagle inside you. You know what? I see how you can change that and fix this and say this different. And I'm going to work with you over the next 10 years. And this lady asked me, what's some of my goals? And I said, as she's picking me up in her brand new Bentley from the airport, I said, well, number 1, this is my favorite car. Number 2, I just want financial freedom. And she looked at me without a crack in her voice and said, you can have anything that you truly desire. And so I never really heard anybody truly speak that into me into a way to where I really believed it, right? So long story short, that first introduction to Miss Stormy Wellington literally changed my life. But I want to share with you guys the backstory. You heard me type it out a little bit. For some of you guys that have not been following me, don't worry. I'm going to catch you up real quick and we're going to get into the meat and potatoes. But it'll be remiss of me not to mention how and why you guys are even looking at me and even care to know what I'm talking about today. See, when I was around 19, 20 years old, I was inquisitive. I was looking for a way to not continuously have to trade my time for money, right? I was looking for a way to be able to go out there and create financial freedom. And at the end of the day, I didn't know how. So what do we do, right? Research really is just the extent of going on Google, going on YouTube and trying to figure out who's out there willing to give the information, right? But at the end of the day, it was either too expensive or the information wasn't really relevant to where I could actually apply that information. But it wasn't until I ran across a video and I shared the video, and I encourage you after this call, go to my page and look at this video. This is the video that the broke, right? Car in repossession, no money to my name, right? No real money to my name, right? This is the first time this is the person that was looking at this video, and I seen Stormy Wellington do a video, and she was talking about how she was 28 years old, 29 years old, and she made $1 million, and she was high-fiving all of these people, and I seen this bus go by the screen, and the bus had her face on it, and it said, I made $90,000 last month, ask me how. And I thought it was a personal invitation. I'm like, shit, she talking to me. So I'm about to ask her. So I started doing my research. I'm trying to get in touch with her. I got an assistant number that was disconnected. I emailed some email she had. And at the end of the day, I ended up talking to her. And I don't remember exactly because it was like 10 years ago, but I remember actually having her on the phone and almost being so shook that I had her on the phone that I almost hung up the phone because I was that excited that I was actually talking to her. But listen, when it's your time, it is your time. And so listen, so I'm talking to Stormy on the phone and she's listening to what I'm saying. She said, listen, if you're serious, take a flight. If you're serious, put your money where your mouth is. Right. And so at the time, she didn't care about my 1,500. She didn't care about my 3,000. Right. It was about principle. It was like, are you willing to sow a seed into fertile ground? And so for me, I said, you know what? The documentation is right in the pudding. I see what's happening. I'm watching all of these success stories come from this 28-year-old woman at the time. And here I am on my bed, right, wondering how the heck I'm going to make it. So I said, you know what? I will be there. I took a flight, ladies and gentlemen. I landed. She picked me up. I got to spend 2 or 3 days at her house, and it just blew my mind. Long story short, that is how I first decided. That is when I first decided not only that I was going to create financial freedom, but I also, I also fell into like a place of confidence. See, have you guys ever been in a situation where you feel good about something, but you don't really know how it's going to happen? Like I remember being, in my freshman year telling my friend, I'm going to be a millionaire by the age of 30. And they would say, well, how are you going to do that? And I said, well, I don't know. But that was the first day when she picked me up and she looked me, as she's eating her Chipotle, she's driving her Bentley. And I swear to God, she's like on her phone. She's doing this whole little thing. And I said, I want this Bentley and I want to have financial freedom. She stopped what she's doing. She looked over to me and said, you can have exactly what you want. And I actually believed her. And at that moment, I actually realized, wow, this is somebody that's really about to show me the game. Now I had to work, right? I had to stay in her face. I had to, continue to produce. But at the end of the day, it was another ego identifying another ego and saying, listen, I got you. And so, ladies and gentlemen, my life has never been the same. I've had ups and downs. I've had situations where, even with me knowing Stormy, I still had a phone bill that was passed due. Sometimes we get the text that says, hey, your phone about to be deactivated in the next 24 hours if you don't pay. Yeah. I still had Stormy's number in my phone when I was getting those texts. So it wasn't just like, oh, I met her and then I turned into a millionaire. No, it was still a process, but I was still confident to know that I was able to be connected to somebody that powerful. And so as I'm going through my phases, right, I'm going through life, right, my ups and downs, I'm selling this, I'm doing that, I'm calling her, she's keeping up with me. I remember getting a phone call. Some time had passed. We weren't talking as much. And then I remember, like it was yesterday, really, I was sitting on my couch and I got the call from Miss Stormy Wellington. And I followed her career still. I knew she had did one girdle company. You guys heard my brother Demond talking about the girdle. I said, listen, I can do this tea. I ain't doing no girdles. You hear me? No, I'm just kidding. So she ends up telling me, hey, I got this opportunity. I think we can make some money. You know what I'm saying? And I'm like, all right, cool. I believe you halfway, but I want to catch up with you because you're still an eagle, right? And so, long story short, I met up with her, met up with Jack. And for the fellas that's out there, listen, I was not excited to sell tea. I didn't grow up wanting to be the tea man. I didn't grow up, wanting to be a TLC ambassador, a TLC executive ambassador. I don't think any of us had that in our foresight 10 years ago. But at the end of the day, we all knew where we wanted to be. We all knew where the destination was. And so how we were going to get there really didn't even matter. Some of y'all are going to catch that on the way home. And so what I began to do at that time is try to figure out how I could add to the table, right? I had to try to figure out what was going on, what would be needed to really take this company to the next level. And I said, listen, before I do anything, before we get into the numbers, before we get into all that, I need you, Stormy, I need you, Jack, I need you, John, to show me some products. Me being a man, show me some products that will sell themselves with or without the opportunity to make money attached to it. Because at this time, ladies and gentlemen, I know I'm young, but I've experienced so much. I've been through so many companies. I've made money. I've lost money. I've had cars and they got repossessed. I've had credit cards and they've gotten into collections. I've been there. I've done that. I've even gotten to the point to where I was heating water up in a microwave. Yes, that's right. Me right here, Darryl Drake, person that's making over $200,000 a month. There was a point in time where, hey, listen, money was funny. And it wasn't funny. You understand me? But here's the thing. I kept the end in mind. I was never really too present or too aware what was really happening in my life at the time because it wasn't my business. All I knew is that I was on track to be financially free. All that I knew is that people, whatever I was going through was creating a story so that I could share that story one day and inspire some other people to take action. All I knew was that when Stormy took me under her wing, I would learn what I needed to learn, and then I'll be able to go out there and replicate and duplicate what she has taught me. See, sometimes you can't get all the way right to the chief eagle. Sometimes you can't get all the way to the number one person. But guess what happens? If that number one person is doing what they need to do, they're gonna have multiple people, multiple eagles that you could connect yourself to. Like Natalie Nicole, right? Like Tammy, right? Like Bianca, like Damon, right? Like Jasper. All these people. I'll be here all day talking about all these people, right? And so I said, you know what? I'm going to take this game. I'm not going to just keep it to myself. I'm going to give the game. And so that's what I'm about to do to y'all right now, fellas. I know we got some ladies by default. We probably got some ladies on here. But, fellas, this is what I said. At the end of the day, it wasn't really about the money. Keep in mind, it was about the financial freedom. It was never really about the Bentley. It was about I knew who I would become in pursuit, of the Bentley. See, that's the thing. Sometimes you're so focused on the thing that you begin to compromise who you are to obtain those things, but it ain't really about that. See, I knew if I was the person worthy of obtaining a Bentley, then I knew the value that I would have brought to the marketplace would be phenomenal, right? And so I said, okay, so let me bring it back. Y'all know I could take flight a little bit. So let me bring it back. So I took a look at the product. I said, listen, I don't take tea. I don't need to lose weight. And I believe that this is going to be primarily a female's company. But I had to think to myself. One time I heard it said, what you do, make it your hobby. But what other people do, make it your job. Make it your business. Get passionate about it. It's not about what you want to do. It's about what everyone else is doing. Someone told me the other day, well, I don't want to sell the tea. I don't want to take the NutriBurst and the liquid vitamin because, you know, I'm already in shape. And to her defense, she was pretty in shape. But that's not the point. The point is, it's not about what you do. There are people right now that can't get their hands on liquid vitamins. There are people right now that can't get their hands on or not their hands, but they can't get rid of their stubborn belly fat, right? They don't know how, you know, they're going to make money next week, next year, next month, right? So it's not about you. Take yourself out. It's so funny because immediately me wanting to help and me wanting to create financial freedom, right? Those two things never got too far away from each other. See, don't allow the ego to kill the eagle. That was good. Don't allow the ego. See, sometimes we get this big ego, right? And we want to make money and we want to make it about us. I want the fly car. I want the fly house. I want all this stuff. But what happens when the ego gets too big, it tends to get too heavy for the ego. And then the ego ends up down there with the chickens. Somebody gonna catch that. And so for me, I said, you know what? I want to stay humble, right? I want to keep my ego in check. See, some of us have to make sure that we keep our ego in its place. But I want to fly with the eagles. So when I seen TLC, I realized it wasn't even about the tea. Oh my God. It wasn't even about the tea. It wasn't about the NRG. It wasn't about none of that. It was great that it worked. It was great that it worked. But it wasn't really about that. You know what it was about? The second thing she said to me, I believe that this company will change more lives than any other company I've ever seen in the industry. I believe that I will impact more people now than I've ever impacted before. And you're talking about a woman that made over $1 million by the age of 28. What makes her think she could do it again? So check it out. I flew there. I popped some NRG, right? And it immediately, my appetite was suppressed. So I want to talk about this first product. And I'm not about to, listen. I'm not about to be the presenter today. I'm not going to go all into the details because guess what? It ain't about that. If you've been paying attention and you really hungry for this, it's Friday, you quarantine. If you're really hungry for this, 6 of my brothers already talked about it. So I'm going to go over it quickly because, just in case you missed something. But I'm going to spend more time on the legacy part. See, that's the thing. I'm going to spend some time on the legacy part because I believe that's the thing that's really going to make it go from your head to your heart. These are just products. It don't matter. Remember, I didn't grow up saying I want to be the NRG man. I didn't grow up saying I want to be the Chaga man. You too confused. You too worried about the wrong thing, bro. You too worried about the wrong thing. But I got you. So I flew and I tried NRG. It boosted my energy. It suppressed my appetite. It made me feel good. It has 5-HTP in it. Oh, wow, that helps with mood. Okay, I'm dealing with a lot of stress. I got a business, but my business really has me, right? I'm overworked and underpaid just to say that I'm employed, right? Just to say that I got money coming, just to say I'm a business owner. So actually, the NRG came at the right time. So boom, I took the NRG. I said, perfect. Because remember, I told Stormy, listen, I'll rock with you, but show me a product that could sell itself or I'm out of here, sis. And she said, Drake, I got you. In typical Stormy Wellington fashion. So boom, I take the NRG. It works. Then what did the card give me next? I want to say it was the NutriBurst. Our NutriBurst, this is our liquid vitamin. Fellas, listen. Our NutriBurst is a liquid vitamin. More right now than ever before. What are people trying to do? They're trying to protect their immune system. What are people trying to do? They're trying to load up their freezers with all the veggies. They're trying to load up, their cabinets with all of the nutrients and probiotics and all of this stuff, right? Because we are a reactive society, not proactive. Right. So right now, more than ever before, there are people looking for these products. And guess what happens as they're looking for these products? It's not a matter of if they're buying the products. It's who they going to buy them from. They're going to go to Amazon and overpay. They're going to risk their life and go through the stores and hope not to catch the corona because they're looking for vitamins. Or are you going to be able to put yourself in position today to say, hey, look, bro, look, sis, look, cousin, look, niece. Don't worry about it. Stay your behind in the house because people are dying in real life right now. Stay in the house, click the link in my bio, and my company that I'm a brand ambassador for, right, will have your product to you in the next 2 to 5 days. And actually, I'm going to follow up with you in the next 5 days, and I want to know your experience when you try this product out. So check it out, bro. Yes, it has liquid vitamin. It's a liquid vitamin, 72 minerals, 12 vitamins, 18 amino acids, whole foods, 18 vegetables, everything your body needs to keep yourself young, fit, fly, healthy. But listen, it's not all about the exterior stuff. It's not about the exterior stuff. When you get up in the morning, how you feel? How do you really feel? Are you excited to get out the bed? Are you excited to take on the day? Or are you sluggish? Are you the person that hops out of bed and hops in the shower and brushes your teeth and you're ready to take the day on? Or do you roll over and get on Instagram and then roll over again and turn on CNN? So, oh my God, the coronavirus. You know why? Because 90%, in my opinion, of our productivity has to do with our diet. That's the thing, fellas. Being in shape, taking care of yourself. I get my nails done. I get my what's this thing? I get pedicures done. It's not a woman thing. Take care of yourself. It's not cool. It's corny to not take care of yourself. It's corny to walk around at 40 years old with a pot belly. It's corny not to take liquid vitamins. And I know some pretty fly women, and if you try to approach them with a big belly, you try to approach them and you talking about coronavirus, you can't make money from home. You scared. I'm not worried about the coronavirus. I'm on track to be doing $500,000 a month, chilling in my house, corona or no corona. I may have some money I can loan you. Anyways, all right, so check it out. So boom, liquid vitamin, you need it, fellas. Honestly, I'm joking around, but I'm dead serious. You need this. So next thing, right? And I'm gonna make this thing fast because I want to get into the money. So check it out. Check this out. This little packet right here. My bad. This little packet right here literally has transformed thousands upon thousands of bodies and bank accounts. I'm going to call it just what it is. Now, it didn't look quite like this. We've improved. We've evolved as a company. But when I first got started in 2014, we had to steep the tea. We had to steep the tea for 4 to 6 hours. Imagine that. And I get so excited about this. Because our COO, Mr. Jack Fallon Mr. John Licari said, listen, you were the inspiration behind our instant tea. And I said, wow. I've done some pretty dope things in TLC, but I know some people that have done some doper things. So elaborate, sir. What do you mean I'm the inspiration behind this tea that is literally driving people crazy right now? He said, listen, it wasn't really about you, but what happened is I started to think, and I realized the average person, right? The average type of person that's going to get us to $500 million, that's going to get us to $1 billion, they're going to be millennials. They're going to be younger people. And quite frankly, the average person is not going to be sitting back, steeping a pack of tea for 4 to 6 hours and then drinking it and then leaving a review. And then it's not going to happen. The average person. Now, listen, I'm not going to hold you. The steeping tea, there's still thousands of people buying it. But I'm talking about me. I'm talking about you, bro. I'm talking about people like us. I wasn't steeping no tea. So when Mr. John Licari told me you were the inspiration, I said, well, how is that? He said, because I needed to create a product that I believed the average millennial could take it and it not interfere with anything they got going on. Where I could literally, follow me, where I could literally do this. Sachet, depending on, who you are. Well, my sister, Coach D said, sachet if you're ratchet, right? You put it in there, okay? And you shake it up. This is quick. Ain't no steep. Ain't no steeping. I'm about to shake this up on my way to class. I'm about to shake this up on my way to work. I'm about to shake this up on the way to the gym, right? And I'm going to do this. And guess what? I'm going to do that every day, bro. And guess why I'm going to do it? Because I want my stomach down, bro. You know why else I want to do it? Because when I slide into that suit, I want my suit to fit me right. You know why else I'm going to do it? Because I want to be able to feel good I want to be able to go. Some of y'all don't be going to pool parties. And when you do go to pool parties, you got to keep your shirt on, don't you? I know. I see, bro, it's just us here. It's all good. The ladies ain't even watching right now. Yeah, you that one. You that one that got to go to the pool party with the shirt on. Listen, that's why you need to detox. But outside of the visual, do you understand our pack of tea is going to detox your body at the cellular level, bro? You slamming steaks, you smoking cigars, you sipping on the cognac, you truck driving, you just floating around in your city. Toxins are going into your body. And the only way, in most cases, they can come out is if you force them out through detoxing. This tea right here, I take really about 3 to 4 a day. You can take it however you want to take it. I take 3 to 4 a day. What I do, I shake it up. I put 2 in this right here. And guess what? It's going to detox your body at the cellular level. It's going to go deep down into your colons and really push out everything. And here's the thing. Our weight loss, our detox tea is not a weight loss tea. It is a detox tea. And the byproduct of detoxing is that you may lose weight. I noticed something. As I've been on this tea for about a week and a half, I've lost some weight. But more importantly, what is happening is my stomach is getting flatter. And so I started doing my research and I realized that as an anti-inflammatory, what I realized is sometimes you have gas that's just built up. You have pockets of just stuff. And so as I started to detox, I realized like my 6-pack is still hiding. The 6-pack, my fat is still covering the 6-pack. But the gag is this, right? My stomach is now flatter. I'm telling you, bro. I'm telling you now, listen, you want to get to the 6-pack, you want to go out, you got to follow me and my boy Hennessy tomorrow. We got to work out. We're going to get the 6-pack going for you. But if you just want to be able to slide into a nice sweater as you about to take your lady to dinner and not have to worry about looking like Santa Claus, then that's why you need the tea, bro. That's all. Now watch me. Now watch this. So we have other products, right? Oh, also, man, I almost forgot this. This little pack of tea, it has CBD in it. And I know, listen, I know you still trying to figure out what it is. I know you in the military. I know you got a government job. I know you got to drive throughout the day. You think that it has THC in it. You think it's going to get you high. Let me tell you something. No, bro. It's not going to get you high. Listen, CBD, what it wants to do is it wants to go into your body and correct bodily dysfunctions. It wants to go into your body and really fix everything that's wrong, right? You know what happens? See, I don't even want to get all the way into it, but I'll tell you this. See, a lot of what's happening is caused by anxiety. Listen, what you think, no, how you feel will dictate what you think. What you think will dictate how you act. And how you act, I can predict your results. So with that being said, it all boils down to your mood, your attitude. So guess what? We don't claim to cure or mitigate anything. And I'm not, quite frankly, about to get in trouble for you, bro. But I will tell you, I will share with you a real story. So check this out. There are people right now, right, that are struggling with addiction. There are people right now that are struggling with anxiety, struggling with acne. And guess what? They're taking products just like this. They're taking our ISOT. They're taking, oh, wow, that's nice. I don't have my Harmony drops. They're taking what we have is our Harmony drops, where you're placing 10 to 15. Some people put 20 under the tongue. And when they put it on the tongue, keep it there about 20 minutes, tastes like mint. And what you'll notice is your mood will start to adjust. And guess what happens? Now you're not honking at people. Now you're not being upset with your husband, with your wife. Now you're not, snapping on your kids, right? Because every action has a reaction. So instead of being reactive, trying to apologize to people for cussing them out, trying to, go to therapy because you didn't drove yourself crazy, why not be proactive and start taking preventative measures to make sure you are good? And so listen, bro, this is why I love a CBD. This is why I love our detox tea. It's going to keep me fit. So when I walk in the room, I feel confident, right? It ain't just about the money. It ain't just about the popularity. It's about how do you feel when you walk into a room? Do other men intimidate you? Right? Do you, when you go to a pool party, I can't make this up. I remember going to a pool party like 2 years ago, and all my friends, they in shape, you know what I'm saying? And so I remember going to the pool party and I had a fly fit on, and I was just like, I'm not interested in getting in the water because I'm just not interested. Like, you see my shirt, you see my shoes, like, what are you talking about? I'm dripping. But the truth of the matter was I had a little belly. And you got all these guys out there with the freaking tattoos and all the girls and all this stuff. And I'm like, man, I don't feel comfortable. Now, I wasn't trying to hate nobody, girl. I wasn't even there for the people like that. But it's about how I felt as a man. I want to be able to operate with confidence. And at the end of the day, listen, if you okay with visually being big, okay, cool. But how about internally? Listen, what you doing, what you're eating, what you're doing, the preventative measures that you're taking right now will dictate how long you will be on this planet. So if you want to get away from the shallowness of how you look, okay, cool. Let's have another conversation. How about typically what your habits are will typically be how you pass away? How about if you continue to eat bad, then that will lead to probably diabetes. If you continue to get overweight, what would that lead to? Probably diabetes, right? And so all we're saying is, listen, we're not claiming to cure, mitigate anything. All I'm saying is we have a full line of 38 different products that promote a higher, healthier way of living. We do not have products that cure anything. We have products that help and aid to prevent things from being able to happen. Boom. Now, let's talk about this money. I'm going to make it quick. So we talked about the health. I said we're going to talk about 3 things. First thing, health. Second thing, wealth. Now, before any of you guys have seen this video, I already have made multiple 6 figures, 7 figures, whatever, in TLC. And it wasn't until about 4 months ago that it really clicked to me that the average person wants it simple. And quite frankly, and I hope you guys understand when I say this, quite frankly, multi-level marketing, direct sales scared a lot of people. They didn't understand this leg, that leg, build this team, do that team, backflip. They don't really understand it. And so our visionary, Miss Stormy Wellington, right, she said, we're going to make it plain. We're going to make it simple. We're going to make it duplicatable, I said, all right, here we go again. What you got? We're going to tell people to click the link in the bio. We're not going to talk about the other 3 ways to pay. If somebody has experience, we'll go into it. But if not, don't worry about it. We're going to talk about the first 2 ways to pay. Now, the first 2 ways is this, bro. When you get started in the company, we're going to give you a website. You're going to pay a one-time fee of $49. That's it. One-time fee, $49. You're in business. You're going to have your website. You're going to have your marketing material. You're going to get some samples to pass out, be it physical, tangible samples, or you're going to get what's called sample credits. Okay? Now, you're in business. Now, in addition to that, you need to purchase what's called one of our top 5 products, right? It could be the NRG, it could be the Chaga, it could be the NutriBurst. You only know. See, listen, what we do here, we don't tell people what to buy. We want you to pair products with problems. We want you to figure out if you can change anything about what you have going on with your health right now. What would it be? Is it your energy? Is it your weight? Is it your focus? And when you come to a decision on what that change needs to be, Total Life Changes, no pun intended, has a product to pair with your problem. Now, follow me. Now, when that happens, right, you're in business. You're good to go. Now, we want you to go out there and promote these products because these products are saving lives. Now, before it may have been like figuratively, right? Figuratively. You get the point, right? But now it's literally, you are quarantined in the house right now listening to me on a Friday, right? Click the link in the bio. So when you get started, you're going to click the link of whoever decided to invite you to this call. They're going to get you set up. They're going to get you in the team room. They're going to get you plugged into the 1,000 Families page, all that good stuff. You're going to get all the training you need. But every single time someone goes to your website and makes a purchase, you're going to make $20. If they purchase NRG, $20. If they purchase the tea, $20. If they purchase the the NutriBurst, $20. Let me explain something to you. It's not a matter of if people are buying TLC products, bro. It's who are they buying it from. It's not a matter of if they're buying them. They're buying them. I've seen the numbers. I have proof. So check it out. Now, the second way we get paid is called our fast start. Now, what happens is this. When you get started in the company, right, you're going to get your website. It's going to be a nice little website. You're going to be able to send people to that website. Pretty soon, people are going to start asking you, how could they be a part of what you're doing? They're going to start getting curious. And what happens is when you introduce them into the business, you're going to be able to earn, because remember, I told you, $49 to get started. In addition to that, inventory, product, personal consumption to sell in their store, however they want to do it, right? When they decide to get started, they're going to purchase some inventory, anywhere between 1 product to 10 products. Not your business. When they decide what they need for their household, they make that purchase from your website. The company is going to pay you a 50% commission minus taxes and fees, of course, right? And shipping, right? They're going to pay you a 50% commission based on whatever that investment level was. So now I'm your boy Drake. You hit me, right? I'm like, all right, bro, I've been seeing you promote. I'm quarantined. I got a couple people I know need these products. Sign me up. I get started. I pay $49 and I buy me $200 worth of product. You just earned you around $60, right? You just earned you about $60 in what's called fast start commission. But really, I want to get into the third way of pay. The fourth way of pay. I'm going to skip the fourth way, the third way, because it gets a little confusing. Just understand this. On the third way of pay, that's your rollover in bed money. That's, you know what, today I'm going to be like Natalie Nicole. I ain't really going to go live like that. I ain't going to do too much. I just hit ambassador. You know what I'm saying? I just made $60,000 for the week. So I'm going to chill. But guess what? Didn't chill. Her check didn't chill. She made the same amount today chilling as she made yesterday when she was working. You know what that is? That's called the power of residual income. That's what it's called. See, I like to use the analogies like if you're in real estate. If you're in real estate and you sell a house, you sell that house one time, you get 1 commission, and then boom, you're off to sell another house. But see, in this industry, how would you like to not only get paid when you sell the house, but then also continuously get paid every single time I open and close the door, every single time I take a shower? See, that's what happens here. So you don't only get paid when a product is purchased, But you also get paid every single time I shop from your store. Every day, every week, every month, every year. I have people right now that joined me in 2015 still buying products today. That's the power of residual income. You're putting yourself in position to get paid every single day. Hey. All right. So I said I wasn't going to go into that third way because coach is probably like, Drake, don't go there. Don't go there, Drake. So just understand this. Off that third way of pay, you can make up to $20,000 per week, $80,000 per month. That is not your right now money. That is your residual. Put it in the bank. It's going to pay you when you ain't working. That's what that is, right? Now, what I do want to talk about, what I would like to talk about is our fourth way of pay, which is our check match. Now, listen, I got to fix my beanie for this. Y'all gonna make me put on my jewelry for this one. What I was saying? Y'all gonna make me put on my jewelry for this one. So look, off this way of pay is phenomenal. Now I'm gonna break it down. And I was on the phone earlier with a couple of influencers, and I even shocked myself the way that I broke it down. But they were like, wow, I get it. And I always stayed away from this because I realized the average person doesn't get it. So I hope that you guys get it. If not, don't worry about it. Somebody else will break it down in greater detail. But this is how I look at it. When you get started, the fast start, right? You bring somebody in business. You brought me in business. I'm excited. I'm happy. I got my store. I got my team rocking, right? I got my left team, my right team. You put one person on your left, one person on your right. You're binary qualified. I'm good. I'm going. What happens is any amount of money, because remember I told you can earn up to $20,000 a week. Any amount of money that I earn, anyone you personally enrolled me, any amount of money that I earn in the binary, you make 50% of that. That's strong. That's strong. Imagine creating a health and wellness franchise, and every single time someone buys into your franchise, every single time you help someone run their franchise, you earn a royalty. And here in TLC, the royalty is 50%. Now, this is not a franchise. I'm going to get myself in trouble, but I wanted to paint the picture. Imagine you have your store. You're up and running. We're coaching you. We're training you. You're in business for yourself, but not by yourself. But now you start introducing other people. You put people on. Give them the game, coach. You put them on. Now your boy is out there. His store is doing $100,000 a month in sales. He's earning $20,000 a week in the binary. Guess what? Because you're the one who set up his franchise, you're going to get a franchise fee of up to $20,000 of the money that he earns through the binary. That can be up to $40,000 a month that you're earning because you found somebody that's more talented than you. You found somebody on Instagram that has more influence than you. You found somebody that has less excuses than you. I think I might have stepped on some toes. And you get paid every single week, every single day, every single month. Going into that fifth way of pay, since I'm talking about monthly pay. Once you reach the level of national director, you're going to earn a $1,500 lifestyle bonus. And really, you can style your life. You can do whatever you want to do. These days, I don't really use it for much. But when I first got my lifestyle bonus, I bought a Bentley. When I first got my lifestyle bonus, I said, you know what? I'm going to take this money. I'm going to live out my dream. You know why? Because when my coach pulled up on me, she pulled up with me to me in a Bentley. And that changed my whole life. That was the first time I ever been inside of a Bentley. I was seeing him on the side of the road, and I was playing bingo. You remember bingo? Bingo, that's gonna be my car. My cousin like, shut up. But yeah, like that was my bingo. Like, and so when she pulled up on me, I said, man, that was dope. If she wouldn't have pulled up to me probably in that Bentley like that, I don't think my mind would have went as rapid as it did. I don't think that would have led me to saying, I want one of these cars. And I don't think that would have led to her saying, you can have whatever you desire. Just like a small decision. She thought she was buying the Bentley for herself. She thought she was buying it because that's what she wanted. But guess what? She didn't even know that she was buying those Bentleys because it was going to be a young guy out of California that was going to go underneath her leadership and go off and make millions and millions of dollars. I didn't probably pay for that Bentley 10 times over now. Yeah, that damn check match. Thank you, coach. But see, I needed that. So when I got my $1,500 lifestyle bonus, I went and bought a Bentley. And I done picked up some people in my Bentley. One of which right? I mean, it's a couple. I could talk about Kimmy. Kimmy to see me pull up real quick. I may be in a G-Wagon. I may be in a Rolls Royce. I may be in a Bentley truck, just depending on how I'm feeling, you know. She's now doing, I don't know, around $5,000 to $9,000 a week. Or if you don't want to go to the West Coast, because maybe I'm a little biased, we can go back to the East Coast, and I could talk to you about my boy Zoe that just hit national director. Last week did close to $7,000 in income. Last week, I put up on him kind of nice. He been seeing me live a lifestyle for a while. I pulled up another eagle. I mean, we can go any direction, but at the end of the day, all I'm saying is this. You got to make a decision. You got to make a decision that you won't allow this situation to define you. And I don't know about you, bro, but as a man, like, I don't know what it would be like to go and tell my wife, I don't know how bills are going to get paid because of the quarantine. I don't know what it's like to have a conversation with my kids and tell my kids because they was in private school, we no longer can pay for private school, even when the quarantine don't even exist no more. Now it's time to keep paying tuition. Well, I don't know, daughter. I don't know, son, because, you know, for those 4 or 5 months, I wasn't making no money. So I got to put you in public school. You know, I don't know what it's like to have a little, you know, I don't know what it would be like to have a little yellow or red note on my door these days talking about your mortgage, you about to get foreclosed on. See, as a man, see, when I was childish, oh, shucks. When I was childish, bro, I was okay with childish ways. I was okay with saying I'm going to be okay with my job, you know, because my job paid me. But see, as you mature as a man, and as you know, I'm not talking down to you, I'm talking to you. As you know, we got real life responsibilities. We got wives, we got kids, we got nieces, we got nephews, we got people dependent on us, right? And so you should already have a plan B. You should have you should have been like Drake. I got a plan. I mean, I could add TLC as my plan C, but I'm already 2 steps ahead of you. But I understand. It takes for a special person to be able to connect to an ego organization. So it's okay if you didn't know, because there was a point in time I didn't know. But I'm here to tell you right now, being broke is childish, bro. Being unhealthy is childish, bro. You don't want to eat your vegetables. You don't want to take your vitamins. That's real childish, bro. So fly with some other eagles. Allow us to show you how you can get your store up and running within the next hour, right? Allow us to show you how you can get some of these amazing products inside of your pantry within the next 5 days. I want you to get back with the person. I want you to get back with the person that introduced you to this call and let them know, look, Drake kind of roughed me up a little bit. Drake kind of stepped on my toes, but he said some real stuff. He said some real stuff. And you know what? Today, I'm making a decision that I will no longer allow any one thing to potentially send me back to poverty. See, a lot of people are skeptical of the thing that can create financial freedom, but not enough people are being skeptical of the thing that is keeping them broke, which is the job, just over broke. Be skeptical of that, because at the snap of a finger, just like that, one word from the president, just like that, stay your butt at home, stay at home, just like that. Your whole life is in shambles. Y'all talking about divorce now. So all I'm saying, bro, get back with the person that introduced you to this call and let them know you ready. Let them know that you want to look fly when you go to the beach. You want to look fly when you step into church with your new Steve Harvey suit on, right? Let them know that you're ready to tap into this online money, this cell phone money, this digital currency, because we've made it easier than ever before. We made it easier than ever before, I promise you. All you need to do is invest your time, your energy. I don't want to talk about the money. That's nothing. I paid $3,000 10 years ago for some product that I couldn't even use. Today, we got products that we can use. What is really going to require from you is a decision that your life will never be the same. The definition of insanity is to continuously do the same thing over and over again, but expecting a different result. So make up a decision, make up your mind today that you're going to get with some Eagles. We're going to help you get started. We're going to show you how to set up your link tree. We're going to explain the products to you. We're going to show you everything you need to know to get your business started on the right way. And I promise you, you could be making an extra $100 a day. You could be making an extra $10,000 a week. So shout out to all my brothers that came before me. Y'all crushed it. You know, we had thousands of people viewing throughout the day. And it'll be remiss of me not to give it up to my sisters. Y'all are paving the way. You know, it's been very uncomfortable trying to do this, you know, as a man prior to the last 4 months. But the last 4 months have made me realize that any and everybody could really do this. So shouts out to Miss Stormy Wellington. Shouts out to Boss Lady Meek, Natalie, Bianca, everybody. I hate that I even go down this because then I forget people and they take it personal. But shout out to all y'all because y'all leading by example. Y'all making it cool to be able to be healthy. Y'all making it cool to be able to work from home. So I love y'all so much. Y'all know the vibes. Darryl Drake, Global Director, $1 Million Ring Earner. I'm out of here. Peace.